dear children, come and draw near to me. In the stillness of this moment, hear the soft chime of the unseen bell that echoes across eternity. See the warm glow of candles lighting the altar of your heart. Imagine sunlight breaking through stained glass, scattering radiant colors across the quiet floor of your soul. I am here, waiting in the sacred hush of this moment, inviting you to rest in me. You carry burdens, temptations, and struggles that weigh heavily upon you. You feel the shadows pressing in, and yet I am the light that breaks through. In your weakness, I am strong. In your darkness, I open a door of radiant hope. My dear children, remain with me now, for I will speak to you of my unfailing strength in your hour of trial. I see the battles you face, the temptations that return again and again, the recurring sins that whisper that you are powerless. But you are not abandoned, and you are not left to fight alone. I, your Father, hold you tenderly. I know your frame, that you are dust, and yet I breathe my Spirit into you to give you life, courage, and power. The purpose of this message is to remind you that I am with you in the cave of temptation. When the walls close in and the darkness seems overwhelming, there is always a door of light. It is not hidden from you, for I place it before your eyes. My dear children, I want you to remain close to me now, for as you listen, my strength will enter your heart, and you will know that you are not forsaken. Hear me. Beloved ones, no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. But I am faithful, and I will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you can bear. With every temptation, I provide a way of escape that you may endure it. This is my promise in 1 Corinthians 10:13, and my promises do not fail. My dear children, picture this. You are standing in a cave where the air is heavy and the shadows press in around you. Fear tells you there is no way out. Sin whispers that you are trapped, destined to repeat the same fall again. But look again. In the darkness I open a door of light. The door is narrow but bright, and beyond it there is freedom, fresh air, and the dawn of a new day. This is my way of escape, prepared for you out of my love. When you feel weak, remember that my strength is perfected in weakness. When you feel that your heart trembles, know that I steady it with my hand. The cross has broken the power of sin, and the resurrection has sealed your victory. You are not bound forever to chains. In my presence, chains fall away. I whisper to your heart, take courage. Even if you stumble, I lift you. Even if you fall, I reach down into the dust and raise you again. My mercy is new every morning. My grace is not exhausted. You are never too far gone to find my hand stretched toward you. My dear children, temptation does not define you. Your identity is not in your weakness, but in my strength. You are my beloved, washed clean by the blood of my Son, carried in the arms of my Spirit, cherished in the heart of your Father. The enemy desires to steal your joy, but I give you joy unshakable. He seeks to trap you in shame, but I clothe you in righteousness. Pause now in your heart and see my light breaking into your cave. See the walls trembling as I call you forward. Do not fear the path that leads through the door. Beyond it lies peace, freedom, and the embrace of my everlasting love. Remember, I have given you the armor of my Spirit. The belt of truth will guard you against lies. The shield of faith will extinguish the fiery darts of doubt. The sword of my word will cut through every deception. You are not defenseless, for I fight with you and within you. I say to you, as I said to my prophet, do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I strengthen you, I help you, and I uphold you with my righteous right hand. My dear children, when you are tempted, lift your eyes. Do not stare only at the darkness. Fix your gaze upon me. My spirit whispers the path to freedom. My presence carries you forward. The enemy may roar, but he cannot destroy you, for you are sealed as mine. Let your heart rest now in the truth that you are loved beyond measure. I do not measure you by your failures. I do not abandon you in your trials. I walk beside you, within you, before you, and behind you. I hem you in with my love. You are safe in my embrace. So when temptation rises, do not say, I am alone. Say instead, my Father is with me. He opens a way of escape. His light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. My dear children, rest in this truth. Every moment of struggle is also a moment of opportunity to see my faithfulness. Every temptation that rises is also a moment where I reveal my strength in you. Do not despair. Lift your head. The cave will not hold you, for the door of light is open, and I am calling you through it. My dear children, when you walk through the valleys of temptation, know this: the valley is not endless. The shadow is not greater than my light. The darkness may seem to press against your soul, but I am the flame within you that never flickers out. Even the smallest spark of my spirit in you is greater than the storm that rages against you. I have not called you to live in chains, but in freedom. I have not destined you to stumble endlessly, but to stand firm in my strength. My grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, do not despise your weakness, for in your frailty you discover the depth of my faithfulness. In your moments of trembling, you will know that I am the rock who cannot be moved. Picture again the cave that surrounds you. The air feels heavy, and your heart pounds with the weight of fear. The whispers of sin tell you there is no way out. Yet look carefully, for I have placed a door of radiant light at the edge of your vision. It is not far away. It shines with the warmth of my presence, and it is open for you. That door is my way of escape, and I call you to walk toward it. But hear me, my dear children, you do not walk alone. I take you by the hand. I steady your steps when they falter. Even when you feel too weak to move, my spirit carries you. The enemy may tell you that you are too broken, too stained, too far gone. But I tell you this eternal truth: you are mine. You are chosen, beloved, redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. No chain can hold against the power of my love. Do not fear the roar of the lion who seeks to devour. His roar is loud, but his power is broken. My Son triumphed over him at the cross, disarming every power of darkness. The victory is already secured, and you walk in that victory as my child. When temptation comes, it is not a sign of your failure, but a moment to cling to my strength. Lift your eyes and remember my word. I told you that no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to man. You are not alone in your struggle. Others have faced the same battles, and my Spirit has given them victory. You too will overcome, for I am faithful. Let your heart rest now in my promises. I do not leave you when the trial comes. I do not abandon you in your weakness. Instead, I draw closer. When the night is darkest, my light burns brightest. When the burden feels unbearable, I am the one who carries you. My dear children, you are never outside the reach of my mercy. See yourself now stepping toward the door of light. Each step forward is an act of faith. Each step is a declaration that you trust my strength more than your weakness. And as you step, the shadows begin to lose their grip. The air becomes clearer, and hope rises in your chest. Beyond the door, the dawn awaits. The fresh air of freedom fills your lungs. This is what I promise to all who trust in me, a way of escape, a path of victory, and the peace of my presence. But know this also, beloved, when you fall, I do not cast you aside. I lift you tenderly. I wash you with living water. I clothe you in righteousness once more. My grace is not counted in small portions. It overflows like a river that cannot run dry. You may come to me again and again, and you will always find mercy. Do not hide from me when you stumble. Run to me instead. I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. When you confess, I forgive. When you repent, I restore. When you call, I answer. My dear children, never forget that my love is steadfast, unshaken by your failures, unbroken by your doubts. And I tell you this, the more you walk with me, the stronger you will become. Temptation will still come, but your heart will learn to recognize my voice above the lies. Your spirit will grow firm, anchored in my truth. Each victory you experience is a testimony of my power at work in you. Each moment you turn away from darkness and choose light is a declaration that my Spirit reigns in your life. Do not grow weary, for I am shaping you day by day. Even in the struggles I am molding you into the likeness of my Son. The fire of trial purifies you, and the testing of your faith produces endurance. And endurance, when it has done its work, brings forth maturity and steadfastness. This is the path I set before you, not one of despair, but of growth, victory, and eternal hope. My dear children, take courage now. Let peace settle into your heart. The cave will not hold you. The shadows cannot conquer you. My light is eternal, and I am guiding you forward. Fix your eyes on me, the author and perfecter of your faith. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. So lift your head, breathe deeply of my presence, take my hand, and walk boldly through the door of light. Beyond it lies freedom. Beyond it lies joy. Beyond it lies the embrace of your Father, who has loved you with an everlasting love. My dear children, listen closely to my heart. When you feel the pull of temptation, remember that you are not powerless. The enemy wants you to believe that sin is inevitable, that weakness defines you, that the battle will always end in defeat. But I tell you, that is a lie. The truth is this: you are more than conquerors through my love. The truth is that the power that raised my Son from the grave is alive within you. The same Spirit who opened the tomb and shattered death itself now dwells in you to strengthen and sustain you. Do not underestimate what I have placed within you. My Spirit is not weak. My promises do not falter. My word is living and active, sharper than any two-edged sword. When you feel the temptation rising like a flood, lift up my word as your anchor. Declare what I have spoken. Say with confidence, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Let these words rise as a song in your soul, louder than the whispers of sin, stronger than the pull of the flesh. Think again of the cave. The walls press in, and the path feels narrow. The air seems heavy, and your strength wanes. Yet there, at the far side, the door still shines. That door of light never disappears, for I never abandon you in temptation. Even when your eyes cannot see it clearly, it is there. My Spirit will guide your gaze. My presence will illuminate the way. The door is always open, for my faithfulness is unchanging. My dear children, sometimes you hesitate at the threshold of that door. You wonder if freedom is truly possible. You fear the unknown that lies beyond. But hear me now. Beyond that door lies peace. Beyond it lies rest for your weary soul. Beyond it lies a meadow where living waters flow, where the burdens fall away, and where my embrace surrounds you. Do not be afraid to step through. Trust that the one who calls you is faithful, and I will not let you fall. There will be times when you stumble, when temptation seems to overcome you. Yet even in those moments, do not despair. I am the shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one who has wandered. When you fall, I do not condemn. I lift you. When you are bruised, I do not cast you aside. I heal you. My mercy is not a trickle, but an ocean, wide and unending. Dive into that mercy and let it wash you clean. Remember what I have spoken. If you confess your sins, I am faithful and just to forgive you and to cleanse you from all unrighteousness. This promise is unshakable. It does not depend on your perfection, but on my grace. So do not hide in shame. Run into my arms and let me restore you. My dear children, I am not repelled by your brokenness. I am drawn to it, for I long to heal, to mend, to make new. When temptation returns again and again, remember that you are being trained to stand firm. Muscles are not built without resistance. Strength is not forged without pressure. In the same way, your spirit grows stronger each time you turn to me in the midst of trial. What feels like a struggle is often the very place where I am shaping your endurance. Do not despise the process. Know that every battle, even the ones where you stumble, is shaping you into the likeness of my Son. My dear children, fix your eyes not on your weakness, but on my strength. Do not define yourself by your struggle. Define yourself by my love. You are my beloved, chosen, and holy. You are a new creation, and the old has passed away. The chains that once held you no longer define you. You walk now in the freedom of grace, and my Spirit leads you from glory to glory. Lift your head, for shame has no claim on you. The blood of my Son has spoken a better word. It declares forgiveness. It declares redemption. It declares victory. When the accuser whispers his lies, silence him with the truth of my word. Speak aloud. There is no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Let this truth be your shield against despair, your song in the night, your anchor in the storm. Picture now the moment you step fully through the door of light. The cave is behind you, the air is fresh, and the horizon stretches wide before you. The warmth of my love surrounds you, and the chains that once bound you lie broken on the ground. This is what I desire for you to walk in freedom, to breathe deeply of joy, to live in the fullness of my presence. But hear this also, beloved. Your victory is not for you alone. As you walk through the door, you carry the testimony of my faithfulness. Others who remain in the cave will see the light shining from your life, and they too will find courage to follow. Your victory becomes their hope. Your deliverance becomes a beacon that draws others toward freedom. Never forget that I use even your struggles as a witness of my glory. So walk boldly, my dear children. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let shame silence your praise. Stand firm in the armor I have given you. Lift up the shield of faith. Clothe yourself with righteousness. Walk in the shoes of peace. Hold fast the sword of my word. And above all, pray without ceasing, for prayer is the breath of your spirit, the lifeline that draws you into my strength. When you pray, I listen. When you call, I answer. When you weep, I gather your tears. When you rejoice, I rejoice with you. I am not a distant God, but your Father who is near, closer than the beat of your own heart. I walk with you into every trial. I stand beside you in every battle, and I lead you always toward victory. So rest in this assurance. No temptation is greater than my power. No sin is stronger than my grace. No darkness can overcome my light. The cave is temporary, but my love is eternal. The shadows will fade, but my promises endure forever. My dear children, the door of light is before you now. Step through it with confidence. Step through it with hope. Step through it with joy. For I, your Father, am with you, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. My dear children, let your hearts rest in me. For too long you have tried to fight temptation in your own strength, and each time you stumble, you feel the weight of defeat pressing heavily upon you. But I tell you, you are not meant to carry this weight alone. You are not designed to overcome by sheer effort of will, but by abiding in me. I am the vine, and you are the branches. When you remain in me, you will bear fruit. When you draw from my life, you will overcome. Apart from me, you can do nothing, but united with me, nothing can separate you from victory. So lean into me. Do not measure your progress only by whether you stumble or stand, but measure it by whether your heart turns toward me in every moment. Even when you fall, if you fall into my arms, you are safe. Even when you struggle, if your eyes are fixed on me, you are growing. My dear children, I am not only the God of the mountaintop, but also the God of the valley. I am not only the God of your triumphs, but the God who redeems your failures. When the tempter comes, remember how my son overcame. He was tempted in every way as you are, yet without sin. And how did he stand? With my word upon his lips. It is written, he declared, and the enemy fled. You too, beloved ones, can stand in the same way. My word is your sword. Speak it with faith, and the lies will scatter like smoke before the wind. I remind you again of my promise in 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has overtaken you but what is common to mankind. I am faithful. I will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you can bear. With the temptation, I provide the way of escape so that you may endure. This promise is not for someone else. It is for you, here and now. See again the cave that surrounds you. The shadows linger, the whispers echo, but the door of light remains. Sometimes the door feels narrow, and it is. But narrow does not mean impossible. Narrow means intentional. I call you to fix your eyes on the light and take one step at a time. Each step toward me, however small, is a step away from the shadows. Each act of trust, each prayer whispered in weakness, opens the path wider before you. My dear children, I do not despise your small beginnings. I delight in them. I rejoice when you turn to me in your frailty. I sing over you when you choose to cling to me, even when you feel unworthy. The angels rejoice when you take even one step closer to the door of freedom. Heaven celebrates not your perfection, but your direction, your heart turning toward me again and again. When you feel the storm within, be still and know that I am God. Imagine standing at the edge of a great sea. The waves crash, the wind howls, the sky darkens. Fear tells you that the storm will swallow you whole. But I speak a word, and the waves are calmed. I stretch out my hand, and the sea becomes still. The same power that calms the storm outside can calm the storm within you. My peace I give to you not as the world gives, but as only I can give. Do not let your heart be troubled, and do not be afraid. You are never alone in your struggle. My Spirit intercedes for you with groanings too deep for words. My Son stands at my right hand, ever living to make intercession for you. Even when you feel voiceless, heaven is speaking on your behalf. Even when you cannot lift your eyes, I am lifting your name before the throne. So take courage, beloved ones. Each temptation resisted strengthens your spirit. Each moment you choose the light weakens the grip of darkness. You may not see the growth day by day, but I see it. Just as a tree grows silently, roots deepening beneath the soil, so your spirit is growing even when you feel unchanged. Do not lose heart. In due time the fruit will show. Remember also that you do not fight this battle alone. I place you in the family of faith so that your brothers and sisters may encourage you. Do not isolate yourself in the cave. Reach out, share your struggles, and let others remind you of my truth. Together you are stronger. Together you shine brighter. My dear children, you are part of a body, and when one member suffers, all suffer. When one rejoices, all rejoice. Let your heart hear this truth. Temptation is not endless. It is not eternal. It is a passing shadow, but my love endures forever. Sin may crouch at the door, but I provide a greater door, the door of light, that leads to freedom. And each time you step through it, you walk closer into the fullness of who I have called you to be. See now beyond the cave. Picture the meadow bathed in morning light. Hear the birds singing, the river flowing gently, the grass swaying in the breeze. This is the life I desire for you, a life not bound by fear, not crushed by shame, but alive in the joy of my presence. Every time you choose me over the shadow, you taste a little more of that freedom. Every time you trust me in your weakness, you step further into that meadow of peace. My dear children, you are loved with an everlasting love. You are held with an unshakable grip. You are guarded by an unfailing promise. Do not believe the lie that you are too weak to stand. My strength is in you. Do not believe the lie that you are too stained to be loved. My blood has washed you clean. Do not believe the lie that you are too far gone to return. My arms are always open. So walk forward with confidence. When temptation arises, remember the door. When darkness closes in, look to the light. When fear tells you there is no way out, Listen for my voice. I am the way, the truth, and the life. In me you will always find freedom, always find hope, always find strength. My dear children, the door is open even now. Step through it. Breathe deeply of my grace. Rest in the embrace of your Father, who delights in you, who sings over you, who will never let you go. My dear children, hear the steady rhythm of my heart for you. It beats with love that does not waver, with compassion that never grows weary, with mercy that is new every morning. I know the depth of your struggle, and I know the strength of the temptations that surround you. Yet I tell you this eternal truth. Greater is the one who lives within you than the one who is in the world. My presence in you is stronger than the forces that war against you. Do not measure your worth by your failures. Do not define your identity by your battles. Look instead to me, for I am the author of your story. I am the one who has written redemption across every page of your life. When you fall, I lift you. When you wander, I pursue you. When you despair, I whisper hope into your soul. You are mine, and nothing can snatch you from my hand. When temptation rises, it often feels like a flood, rushing suddenly and threatening to sweep you away. But I am your refuge. I am the high rock on which you can stand. Imagine the waters swirling, foaming, rising, yet you stand firm upon a rock that cannot be moved. That rock is my faithfulness. That rock is my promise. That rock is my Son who gave his life for you. Remember the words I have spoken. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. When you feel overwhelmed, call upon my name. When you feel cornered, run into the tower of my presence. You will find safety there. You will find rest there. You will find strength there. My dear children, you are not left without refuge. You always have a place to run. Consider again the cave of temptation. Some days you stand at its mouth, sunlight still within reach. Other days you wander deeper, where the air is colder and the shadows thicker. But no matter how far you feel you have gone, I am still there. Even in the depths, my light can pierce. Even in the silence, my voice still calls. The door of light is not closed to you. The way of escape is not gone. As long as you breathe, hope remains, and my mercy is extended. You may think, but I have failed too many times. I have walked in circles too long. Yet I tell you, my grace is greater than your repetition of sin. My forgiveness is deeper than the cycle you fear you cannot break. Each time you turn back to me, I welcome you. Each time you confess, I cleanse you. Each time you reach for me, I take your hand. I want you to see yourself as I see you, not as broken beyond repair, but as my beloved child, being renewed day by day. The enemy shows you only your scars, but I see the healing beneath them. He points to your chains, but I see them falling link by link. He tells you the cave is endless, but I see the open meadow awaiting your step. My dear children, do not despise small victories. Each time you say no to temptation, you declare that sin is not your master. Each time you lift your eyes to me in prayer, you shift your heart toward freedom. Each time you cling to my word, the roots of your faith grow deeper. Do not think these moments are wasted. They are building strength within you, strength that will last into eternity. There are times when the way of escape I provide may not feel easy. It may mean turning away quickly from a place, a thought, or a desire. It may mean choosing silence when anger wants to speak. It may mean forgiving when bitterness calls for revenge. These choices may feel small, but they are doors of light. Each time you choose them, you walk into greater freedom. Hear this: temptation is not sin. To be tempted is to face the opportunity to choose me. My Son himself was tempted, yet without sin. Do not condemn yourself simply for the presence of temptation. Instead, see it as a chance to lean on my strength. Each temptation resisted is a testimony that my Spirit is alive in you. You are not powerless, for I have clothed you with my armor. You wear the helmet of salvation that guards your mind. You hold the shield of faith that quenches the fiery arrows. You walk with the gospel of peace that steadies your steps. And above all, you are covered by the righteousness of Christ, which no accusation can pierce. My dear children, when you feel weak, remember that you are already clothed in victory. Lift your eyes to the horizon of eternity. The struggles of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed. Every moment of temptation resisted, every burden endured, every tear shed in prayer is shaping for you an eternal weight of glory. You are not laboring in vain. You are pressing forward toward a crown that does not fade. Let peace settle upon you now. Picture yourself emerging from the cave once again. The sunlight is warm upon your face. The meadow stretches wide, green with life. The river flows clear and refreshing. I am there, arms open, smiling over you. This is not a dream. This is the reality I have prepared for you, not only in eternity, but in your daily walk as you cling to me. My dear children, do not lose hope. Do not surrender to despair. I have called you by name, and you are mine. When you pass through the waters, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. For I, the Lord your God, am with you. I am your deliverer, your protector, your everlasting Father. So walk forward with courage. Face each day, not with fear of failure, but with confidence in my faithfulness. When temptation knocks, remember that I have already placed the key of escape in your hand. When weakness whispers, remember that my strength is sufficient. When shame accuses, remember that you are clothed in the righteousness of my Son. Lift your heart to me now, my dear children. Rest in the assurance that you are loved, cherished, and never forsaken. The door of light is always before you, and I am always with you, guiding you safely through. My dear children, as this time draws gently toward its close, let your heart rest deeply in the assurance of my love. You have walked with me through the shadows of temptation. You have heard my promises of strength, and you have seen the door of light that I set before you. Now I wrap you tenderly in my peace, as a father gathers his children into his arms after a long day. Rest in me, beloved ones. Feel the weight of your burdens loosen and fall away. The anxieties of the day, the heaviness of your struggles, the whispers of shame, all of these I lift from you and cast into the depths of my mercy. For I have promised that as far as the east is from the west, so far have I removed your sins from you. You are not defined by your failures. You are defined by my everlasting love. Imagine the storm clouds parting after a long night of thunder. See the golden rays of dawn breaking through, painting the sky with hope. That is what I do in your soul. I bring light after darkness, calm after turmoil, and joy after sorrow. You may feel weary, but I am the one who renews your strength. You may feel small, but I am the one who makes you soar on wings like eagles. My dear children, in my presence there is always renewal. Take courage in this truth. I do not leave you when the message ends. I do not vanish when the words grow silent. I remain with you in every heartbeat, every breath, every step of your journey. My spirit abides within you, whispering comfort, guiding your path, and strengthening your heart. When you rise in the morning, I am there. When you lie down at night, I am there. When you walk through the valleys, I am beside you. And when you stand on the mountaintops, I rejoice with you. Remember always the promise I have spoken. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Let these words echo in your spirit like the steady toll of a bell through the still air. No circumstance can break my promise. No failure can undo my covenant. No darkness can overcome my light. My dear children, you are forever mine. Let the imagery of my love fill your heart now. Picture a river, clear and sparkling, flowing gently through a green valley. This is the river of living water that I pour into your soul. It never runs dry. It refreshes your spirit, washes away your weariness, and fills you with joy that overflows. Picture a father bending down, arms wide open, waiting for his child to run into his embrace. That father is me, and that child is you. Never hesitate to run toward me, for my arms are always open. I bless you now with peace that passes understanding. Let it settle upon you like a soft blanket in the chill of night. Let it quiet your racing thoughts and soothe your troubled heart. I bless you with hope that shines like a lantern in the darkness, guiding you forward when the way seems uncertain. I bless you with joy that springs up unexpectedly, like wildflowers blooming after rain. My dear children, these blessings are not fleeting. They are the gift of my presence in your life. When trials come again, do not be afraid. When temptations rise, do not despair. Look to me, for I am your ever-present help in time of trouble. Even when you feel surrounded, I am your shield. Even when you feel weak, I am your strength. Even when you feel lost, I am the shepherd who calls you by name and leads you safely home. Lift your heart now in gratitude, for gratitude opens the door to joy. Thank me for the breath in your lungs, for the light in your eyes, for the hope that anchors your soul. Thank me for the cross, for the empty tomb, for the victory that is already yours. Gratitude turns your gaze from the shadows to the light, from fear to faith, from despair to hope. My dear children, remember the words of Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. This is not a distant promise. It is your reality now. My hand holds you steady. My arm carries you through. My love surrounds you completely. Breathe deeply of this truth. You are never alone. I walk with you when no one else understands. I hear your cries when no one else listens. I see your tears when no one else notices. You are precious to me, more valuable than the finest treasure, more beloved than you can fathom. I have engraved your name on the palms of my hands, and nothing can erase it. Let this time end not in silence, but in blessing. I bless your mind with clarity, free from confusion. I bless your body with rest, free from weariness. I bless your spirit with courage, free from fear. I bless your path with light, free from stumbling. My dear children, go forth knowing that you walk under the shelter of my wings. And now, as this message finds its gentle close, I invite you to carry it outward. Do not keep the light to yourself, but let it shine for others. Share these words of hope so that more of my children may find the way of escape, the door of light, the embrace of my love. If this message has touched your heart, let it be known. Comment with the gratitude that wells up in you. Subscribe so that you may return often to hear my voice, and like this message so that others may see and be drawn into my presence. Do not see this as a task, but as a gift you give to spread the light further into the world.